Hello everyone. Now in that sessions we are to study about EMF equation and torque equation of DC machine. Now first one is EMF equation of DC generator. Consider a DC generator with following parameters where P is equal to number of field poles, phi is equal to flux produced per pole in Weber, that is in WB. Then Z is equal to total number of armature conductors. A is equal to number of parallel path in armature. N is equal to rotational speed of armature in revolutions per minute, that is in RPM. Now, average EMF generated per conductor is given by d phi by dt, and which is in volt. We have to call that equation to equation number 1, where phi is equal to flux produced per pole in Weber. Now, flux cut by one conductor in a one revolution, which is equal to d phi, which is equal to p phi, and phi, which is in Weber. Then number of revolution per second, that is speed in rps. Here speed is given in rpm, and if you want to calculate that speed in rps, that is revolution per second, which is equal to n divided by 60. Therefore time for one revolution dt, which is equal to 60 divided by n, and which is in second. Now, from equation 1, EMF generated per conductor, which is equal to d phi by dt, which is equal to p phi n divided by 60, where d phi is equal to p phi and speed in rps, which is equal to n divided by 60. Above equation 2 gives a EMF generated in a one conductor of generator. The conductors are connected in series per parallel path, and EMF across a generator terminal is equal to generated EMF across any parallel path. Therefore, generated EMF, that is EZ, which is equal to P phi NZ divided by 60 into A. And for simplex lap winding, the number of parallel path is equal to number of poles, that is A is equal to P. That's why the simplex lap winding uh, of DC generator EZ is equal to P phi NZ divided by 60 into P, where A is equal to P. And for simplex wave winding, the number of parallel path is equal to 2, that is P is equal to 2. Therefore simplex wave wound DC generator EZ is equal to P phi NZ divided by 120. Here 60 into 2 is equal to 120. Now next is torque equation of DC motor. When a armature conductor of DC motor carry a current in the presence of stator field flux, a mechanical torque is developed between armature and stator, and torque is given by the product of force and radius at which force acts. That's why torque T is equal to product of force and radius. That's why F into R, and which is in Newton meter, where F is equal to force and R is equal to radius of armature. Now work done by this force in a one revolution, work done is equal to force into distance. So force into 2 pi R, where 2 pi R is equal to circumference of armature. Now net power developed in armature, which is equal to work done per unit time, that is work done divided by time, and work done which is equal to force into circumference into number of revolutions with respect to time. And here force is F, then circumference 2 pi R, and number of revolution, that is N. So F into 2 pi R into N divided by 60 in joule per second, and we have to call that equation to equation 2.1. But F into R, that is force into radius, which is equal to torque T, and 2 pi N divided by 60, which is equal to angular velocity omega in radian per second. Now putting this value to equation 2.1, net power developed in armature P is equal to T into omega, which is in joule per second. So that is net power. Now armature torque TA, the power developed in armature can be given as PA, which is equal to TA into omega, where TA into omega is equal to 2 pi n divided by 60. We have to put this value. Now, the mechanical power developed in an armature is converted into electrical power. Therefore, mechanical power is equal to electrical power. That means TA into 2 pi n divided by 60, which is equal to EB into IA, where EB is back EMF. Now, EB is equal to uh, P phi NZ divided by 60 into A. Therefore, TA into 2 pi n divided by 60, which is equal to P phi NZ divided by 60 into A into IA. Now rearranging above equation, we give us the equation TA is equal to PZ divided by 2 pi A into 5 into IA and torque, which is in Newton meter. The term Pz divided by 2 pi A is practically constant for DC machine. Thus, armature torque is directly proportional to product of flux and armature current, that is TA, that is armature torque, which is directly proportional to flux, that is phi, into armature current IA. So that is armature torque. Now next one is shaft torque, TSH. Now due to iron and friction losses of DC machine, the total developed armature torque is not available at the shaft of the machine. The sum of the torque is lost and therefore shaft torque is always less than armature torque, and shaft torque of DC machine is given by TSH is equal to output in watts divided by 2 pi n divided by 60, and where n is a speed in RPM, that is revolution per minute. Okay, thank you.